American Pickers Mike Wolfe proudly promotes major career news away from show as fans convinced he'll quit soon. Hello everyone, welcome back to my another video. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Mike Wolfe has given fans a glimpse of the progress on his huge new project. The American Pickers star posted multiple Instagram stories on Monday showing off heavy construction. It was only last week that Mike, 59, revealed his plans to restore a classic gas station in Columbia, Tennessee. Now, the television star has shown off his exciting idea coming to life. In his first story, Mike filmed an excavator working on the space outside the 19,402 Esso station and explained that he was making a courtyard area, green space for the community to gather. In another shot, he showed courtyard walls being built after trenches had been dug, while another showed his beloved dog, Francie, relaxing while keeping an eye on the work. American Pickers Danielle flaunts figure in barely there bikini for new snaps. The antique enthusiast also added that he'd found some cast iron artifacts in the ground that had been dug up and raved over the historic area. By the end of the stories, the courtyard wall was well underway. Mike ended the day with a shot of the full area and used fire pit, a pergola stage, a pergola and large trees with permeable paving and lots of green space. Last week, the construction company behind the work shared exciting news. EXO is thrilled to announce a partnership in working on a great outdoor space project in downtown Columbia with Mike Wolfe. Selena Gomez and fiancé take out $22.75 million mortgage on new $35 million Beverly Hills home. We're transforming an old vintage gas station in downtown Columbia just off the square into an amazing outdoor venue with indoor space as well. Mike replied to the video, gushing, "Excited we all are on board." The busy star also announced the release of a new Halloween-themed merch, featuring the logo for his antique archaeology store and Moonlit Pickers strain. Amid Mike's multiple new projects, the most recent season of American Pickers has been facing a struggle with ratings. On top of this news, the U.S. Sun exclusively revealed that Mike and his brother Robbie may be ready to call it quits soon. A pal of Mike's exclusively told the U.S. Sun, "I don't know how long the show will last. I don't know how long Mike and Robbie want to do this. I think they would like to retire at some point. It's been 12 years. It's a strain on your life. They've done this a long time. When they're around, it's, we're on the road again. I ain't got time to do this. I ain't got time to do that. It's a love-hate like with any job. Some days you don't wish you had that job and you could do whatever you wanted. Some days you're all excited about your job. Missing ingredient." Some fans have suggested that the low ratings may be due to the absence of their favorite host. In August, a friend of Frank Fritz, 57, spoke to the U.S. Sun about the star's condition after he suffered a stroke in July 2022. Days after the exclusive interview, fans voiced their wishes that he'd return to the show after a throwback clip of him, and Mike was posted on Facebook. One person wrote, "I missed the two of them together." A second fan agreed, "Loved this show when it had Frank on it." On September 4, the U.S. Sun revealed that Frank himself wasn't surprised by the show's low ratings or calls to have him return, with a source close to the star saying, "Yeah, we all know ratings went down. We're not surprised by that. Frank finds that a little bit funny. Frank still gets tons of fan mail. I would say he's my favorite. Everyone likes the underdog. The show is better with Frank." American Pickers Mike Wolfe, a name synonymous with the art of treasure hunting, has long been a staple of the reality television landscape. For over a decade, fans have tuned in to watch Mike and his team sift through barns, basements, and backyards across the country, uncovering forgotten gems of American history. The thrill of the hunt, the joy of discovering rare items, and the camaraderie between Mike and his co-hosts have made the show a cultural phenomenon. Yet, as with any long-running television series, change is inevitable. Recently, there has been an air of uncertainty surrounding Mike Wolfe's future in the show, and indeed, his career as a whole. News outlets and fans alike have begun speculating about his next move, and many are wondering if his departure from the show is on the horizon. This speculation comes after a series of significant announcements that hint at a shift in focus into the world of treasure hunting was not one that happened overnight. It was a path shaped by passion, determination, and an unrelenting desire to unearth stories from the past. As a young boy, Mike was drawn to the world of antiques, fascinated by the stories that old objects could tell. His passion for collecting and preserving history led him to open his own antique store, where he honed his skills as a picker, a term used to describe those who search for valuable or unique items in unexpected places. His ability to spot treasures others might overlook became his trademark. Over time, Mike's reputation as a picker grew, eventually catching the attention of television producers looking to create a show that would showcase the art of picking. The result was American Pickers, which first premiered in the year. The show quickly became a hit, resonating with audiences who shared Mike's love for history and the thrill of the hunt. Mike's dynamic on-screen presence, combined with his deep knowledge of antiques and collectibles, made him an ideal lead for the series. For years, fans followed Mike as he crisscrossed the country, meeting eccentric collectors and uncovering incredible artifacts from all walks of life. The show's success was undeniable, and it seemed like Mike Wolfe had found his calling. However, as time passed, the show evolved. New characters were introduced, and the dynamic of the show shifted. Some fans welcomed the changes, while others longed for the days of Mike and his original co-host Frank Fritz, whose camaraderie and banter were central to the show's charm. Frank's departure from the series in recent years only added to the sense that something was changing behind the scenes. Mike continued to carry the show forward, but there were whispers that his time on American Pickers might be drawing to a close. In recent months, Mike has made several public statements that have added fuel to the fire of speculation about his future. These statements, coupled with his actions away from the show, suggest that Mike may be preparing for a major shift in his career. Fans have noticed that Mike has been more active on social media, sharing updates about his personal life and business ventures that seem to have little to do with American Pickers. His Instagram feed is filled with posts about his travels, his family, and his various business endeavors, which range from antique dealing to charity work. This shift in focus has left many wondering if Mike is preparing to step away from the show. Mike opened up about his passion for preserving history and his desire to expand his horizons beyond the confines of the show. He spoke candidly about his love for picking and how it had shaped his life, but he also hinted that he was looking toward new opportunities. Mike explained that while American Pickers would always hold a special place in his heart, he felt that it was time for him to explore other avenues. He mentioned his interest in expanding his antique business, developing new television projects, and even writing a book about his experiences as a picker. These comments have only fueled the speculation that Mike is preparing to leave the show, much to the dismay of fans who have grown to love his adventurous spirit and sharp eye for hidden treasures. The idea that Mike might quit American Pickers has sent shockwaves through the fan community. For many, the show has become an integral part of their lives, and the thought of watching it without Mike Wolfe at the helm feels like a betrayal. Yet, it is important to remember that Mike's decision to move on from the show, if that is indeed his plan, does not necessarily mean the end of his career or his connection to the world of picking. Mike has built a brand around his passion for antiques, and there are countless opportunities for him to continue working within that sphere. Whether it is through his own business ventures, new television projects, or public speaking engagements, Mike has the potential to carve out a new path that allows him to pursue his passion while also exploring new interests. Some fans have expressed concern that the loss of Mike from American Pickers would spell the end of the show itself. However, it is worth noting that American Pickers has weathered many changes over the years, including the departure of Frank Fritz. The show has continued to find success despite the loss of one of its original stars, proving that the concept of the show was bigger than any one person. If Mike were to leave, it is likely that the producers would find a new host or co-host to carry the show forward. While it would undoubtedly be a different show without Mike, the essence of American Pickers, the thrill of the hunt, and the celebration of American history would likely remain intact. For Mike Wolfe, the future remains uncertain, but one thing is clear. He is not one to rest on his laurels. Whether he stays with American Pickers or pursues new ventures, His passion for picking and preserving history will likely continue to shape his career. Fans of the show will undoubtedly follow Mike's journey, eager to see what he does next and how he will continue to influence the world of antiques and collectibles. Whether he is searching for treasures in dusty old barns or building his legacy through new projects, Mike Wolfe is a force to be reckoned with in the world of history preservation, and his career is far from over. In the end, Mike Wolfe's decision to potentially move on from American Pickers should not be viewed as an end, but rather as a new chapter in his story. As with any great journey, there are bound to be twists and turns, and Mike's path may take him in exciting new directions. Whether it is through television, business, or his personal passions, Mike will undoubtedly continue to make his mark on the world, one treasure at a time. And while fans may feel sadness at the thought of him leaving the show, they can take comfort in the knowledge that Mike Wolfe's legacy as one of America's greatest pickers is secure, no matter where his career takes him next. Mike Wolfe's future remains an open question, but one thing is certain: his contributions to the world of antiques and collectibles will never be forgotten. Through his work on American Pickers and his various other endeavors, Mike has introduced countless people to the joy of discovering hidden treasures and appreciating the rich history embedded in everyday objects. Whether or not he stays with the show, Mike Wolfe's impact on the world of picking will continue to resonate for years to come. And so, as fans anxiously await news about Mike's next move, they can take solace in the fact that, no matter what happens, Mike's passion for history and treasure hunting will continue to burn brightly. Whatever the future holds for Mike Wolfe, his legacy is already secured, and his journey is far from over. Whether he is picking through the past or building a new future, Mike's story is one of adventure, discovery, and the unyielding pursuit of history's forgotten treasures. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.